all the tasks you gave at the Ministry of Education, and let me say here without fear of contradiction, because we live in a country where people are so dishonest, they love lies, they behave as if there was nothing happening yesterday, they are lecturing us now about things they think they are new. If Professor Magwa had not served as the Minister of Education, Your Excellency, your plan for NEMIS, the National Education Information Management System, would not have worked. And let nobody take credit for this. This was President Kenyatta's plan, together with the World Bank, and that's how we got to where we are, the President and the Minister of Education. Your plan on expansion of school infrastructure through 20,000 classrooms would never have worked. Your reform of the school bursary system would never have worked. The school desks program, I remember when you demanded of us that we move money to the villages and get carpenters in every village and have the desks done in the villages. Then you told Professor Magwa and myself, you don't want a story, you want results. Hitler, during the campaign in Germany, he told Germans to give him 5 years and he'll give them a different German. He actually gave them a different German because he slaughtered the Jews, gas chambers and so on. He gave them a different German. But he moved around, sweeping the country, taking advantage of the poverty, weaponizing the poverty of the people, and then now using it as a platform, and then sweeping himself to power. And then from there, everything else is left to history. Let's not fall into traps set for us by things that are not true and are not realistic. We have a wonderful country, and God has been kind and gracious to us and given us ourselves. And the change is not going to come from anywhere. As President Obama says, we are the ones we have been waiting for. So it is us who are going to make that difference. You and me and everybody saying no to some of these things. We developed an engagement framework as government. We have brought together all institutions in the security sector. We are going to work with the church actively through our NCIC. The chairman, Reverend Kobia, has got some resources from us, support from development partners, and we will work with NCCK. Our peace building program that is led by a gentleman called Mr. Thuku in our ministry that is funded by partners including the UNDP. We will work directly with you. No, please sympathize with me. There is a certain dark group of people called Deep State who hate me. They don't like me. They don't want me to be a leader. They plot evil against me. You drive public money in that state. You eat food bought by that public state that you are condemning. You live in a house of that state. When does it become deep and deeper than you? Forget about these jokes. Finally, you asked me, so I'm just responding to Anne's question. You asked me, how are we okay if the president is involved? You know, sometimes I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Where do we live? We have to choose what we want. Do we want democracy or autocracy? We say, okay, we are a democratic institution. When did the president lose his democratic right? So that he's supposed to keep quiet because you are president, see no evil, hear no evil, say nothing. You are president. You.
And then he can even go and present himself to the police officer and for interrogation and record a statement. But this idea of arresting senior citizens at this hour of the night is something that is completely repugnant to civilization.
It's unacceptable.
This is completely unacceptable in our society. But I have said, and I will repeat it in a day, we are dealing with an illegal regime, a regime that usurps power against the will of the people of Kenya, imposed on the people of Kenya by one rogue Mr. Wafula Chebukati. That's why we are seeing what's happening here today. But the people of Kenya will not take this lying down. The people of Kenya must resist imposition of a legal regime on them, which now want to use the power of the police to terrorize this country. It is completely unacceptable. It will not be accepted, and we will not allow it to happen, not only to Mr. Matiang'I, but to anybody else. So we are here. We will stand with Mr. Matiang'I and anybody else to ensure that the law of this country is respected.